Hi Dan, just going to talk you through the proposals and form of construction. Right, so we've really simplified the ground floor layout, put a grid on, the lift and stair accessed on one side. So let's just zoom in there. We've got these walls here. That's going this way and going this way around the stair core. That's going to provide the rigidity. Engineer might not need it, but anyway, it's there as a just in case. So fit, come up to here. We've got the three bedder at the end, and then we've running with three person two bedders and one person one bedders. That works best with the parking layout. Also, I think that's a better. I think the 50 square metre one beds are just way too big. You and I discovered that on Canning Town. And I think three person two beds much better use of space to get basically starter families, but also someone could have a little office running next to the bedroom with a couple. It's just I think it's more suitable for modern way of living, and it's going to give us better numbers as well. So let's just fit that one. Right, let's just come to the model. So this is what it looks like. Oh, by the way, this is Bridge Car Park. Just because it's more closely worked up, we'll be able to take the pound per square feet build costs from this and use it on Derby. So you can see very simple. I'm showing some sort of solar panel thing on the roof. It doesn't need to be fancy things like this. So what we're doing is these are the steel columns that are they're 2 stories, and there'll be a small beam tying them together. Those are the walls to the core. That gives it a bit of stability. Also, these bracing here gives it stability. We then got this is the crinkly tin that goes straight onto the beam, and that beam will have what happens is these bolts get welded through to create a continuous piece of steel. It makes it very, very strong and very rigid. These bolts will give us something to fix down to for the subcontractors. So here we're showing these are the bolts sticking through the screed, and then this purpley stuff, that's just to show it different. That's the Metsec, for example. Now this could be timber frame. This is the truss concept, but you can see it's literally just like stud wall with a bit of bracing, and that we'll leave that to the engineer. The subcontractors engineers will be able to sort that out with ours to make sure the overall strength works. But that's basically the how the whole thing works. These are hollow core panels that sit on these cantilever bits. I mean, these columns, they may turn up from the factory with these things bolted on or welded on. They're quite easy to transport. It's that I imagine that'll be how it works. We then extend the columns as we go up the building, and I haven't shown. It's obviously all the manufacturers will have different ways of filling these in. I mean, it could be that we don't need any of these beams and decks and crinkly decks. That the panel, the category 1 volumetric and the category 2 panel and pod, they both may be able to just happily fix into these, drop their panels and bits and pieces into these columns. Might not even need this beam, but what we're doing for now is this is how we're creating a working deck. This here, where you can basically build off. Here we're showing the party walls being finished off, and then yeah, and then we just sort of go up the building like that basically. Now, in terms of the roof, in my experience, most prefab manufacturers make their own roof cassettes. So these roof cassettes would just sort of come out of the factory like that. We could do the same thing again and have a beam at the top, but I don't think that's probably necessary. We're starting to have a little look at the construction details here. So it could be that the underside, because I think the underside of the hollow core, we'll need to light that. And I'm showing 4 panels. This is a, where are we? 4 foot by 8 foot, just a standard panel. And it can be concrete panel painted white. Can have some light. Some lights fitted to that, or just at the edges, nice and easy, very simple detail. Just having a little look at how the railings fit, because I mean we'll need you'll recall I was talking about a drip detail, and that'll just be a flat piece of edge that protrudes down a little bit here, and so that water coming off drips down. It doesn't start pissing down this sloping ceiling or the edge here, and that's a standard detail. So that's pretty much how I think it's best to work. We obviously get all this onto drawings, but I think it was just, you can see I've saved myself a lot of time with the boys on the drawings, getting this information to you. Hopefully speak soon.